message, and as you can see, it's called integrity. I'd like to talk a little bit today about integrity and what it entails, what it is. Integrity is being honest and truthful and knowing what is right, saying what is right, and doing what is right. The opposite of integrity is dishonesty, deception, corruption, personal gain. So to give a few examples, if you cheat on a test, that's personal gain. That's not integrity. If you lie to your parents or a teacher or a friend, that's not integrity. That's dishonesty, that's deception, and that again is personal gain. If you commit adultery, that's personal gain. There's so many ways that you can deny yourself a true and honest character by having integrity in your life. Build your life to have integrity, which will build your character. And when you get propositioned with a decision that you have to make that you may not want to do something when somebody's wanting you to do it, you'll already have built your character and been strong enough to resist the temptation and say, no, I don't want to do that. I'd rather go do something else. Okay, I'd like to tell you a little story about having integrity. There was this father, this man he was very, very wealthy. He owned a vineyard. He worked hard all of his life to build up this company, this vineyard, and he was a multimillionaire because of it. Well, he had 3 sons, and he knew he wasn't going to live forever, and he was getting older, and his sons were older now, and he thought, well, I need to leave my corporation to one of my sons, but I want it to be to the most honest and best son that I have. I love all 3 of my sons, but I want to leave my company to the best of the 3. So one day he called them together, and he told them, he gave them this big potted plant, big pot with dirt in it and everything. Anyway, and he gave them each a seed. And he says, I want you each to go plant this seed in your pot and then come back in 3 months and show me who has the most beautiful plant of the 3. And I will make my decision then who is going to be the owner of my company, the CEO of my company and the owner of it. So the boys went and did what the father said, and 3 months later they met together again. And so the first son comes to his father with this most beautiful, elegant plant that just blossomed and bloomed, and Dad said, oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Very excellent, my son. The second son comes to him, another beautiful plant, different type of plant, but it was a beautiful foliage, just beautiful grown plant. And the father said, oh, son, that's beautiful, that's glorious. I'm very happy with you. So the third son comes, and there's the dirt and the pot. And the father said to the boy, almost in chastising, he said, well, what happened here, son? Did you not plant the seed that I gave you? And the son, with his head hanging low, he said, yes, father, I did. I planted the seed. I watered it every day. I tried to take good care of it and everything, but nothing grew. I'm sorry. I'm a disappointment to you, and I'm so sorry, but nothing grew of it. And so he listened to his sons pleading and everything, and with his head hanging low, and the father stepped back, looked at all 3 sons, and he goes, well, I've made my decision who I'm going to leave in charge of my company. He said, I wanted the most honest and truthful son that I have, and it was the third son, and the one with no plant. And when the boys looked at the dad, they're like, what happened? Why? He didn't even produce anything. And the father said, what I did, sons, is I boiled the seeds, which kills the seeds. You couldn't have possibly gotten anything out of the seed. I needed my most truthful son to be the heir and the owner of this company that I've worked all of my life towards. And he says, you two lied to me. You planted your own chosen plants in there. That the seeds I gave you couldn't do anything. They were dead. So my third son here came back truthful, saying he took good care of it for 3 months, but it never grew. It couldn't grow. It was dead. So that's the lesson learned about integrity. Even when you think you have failed at something, he didn't fail at anything. If anything, he was exalted to the higher level. Now, the other 2 sons got part of the company too, but this son was in charge of it. He was the true owner of it, and that's who the father left the company to. So that's a story of integrity. I wrote a little poem to go along with it. Integrity is what I need in my life, a true character I need to help me choose the right. Do unto others as I would have them do unto me. This is the quality person I choose to be. So children, go forward and tell the truth, even if there's consequences, good or bad, to it. You're not going to know. But even if there's a punishment added to the truth, take it. Just what I'm saying is keep integrity in every decision that you make, and you will love yourself. You will know your self-worth and who you are. And I say this and tell you this story. I hope you've enjoyed it and get something out of it. Now, last thing I want to say, go make your mothers feel special today. It is Mother's Day. Make sure that you let your mothers know how much you love them. Alrighty, we'll see you next time. I love you, and have a wonderful Mother's Day with your family.